It's dark out. I don't know if it's cloudy. It's what the hell's going on there. But I do know that the Cleveland Cavaliers, who a lot of people had faith in coming into this game, and I was not one of those people. I thought it was going to be the same old Cavaliers tonight. And when the Pistons dominated at times in the first half, took a double-digit lead, 15-point lead, I was thinking to myself, same old Cavs. And then the Cavs made a run, right? Early fourth quarter, they took a 4-point lead, and I started to think, well, maybe I'm wrong. But then from the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter till the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter, the Pistons completely dominated. They turned a 4-point deficit into a 10-point lead, and I'm getting ready to come on the air 20 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago, whatever it was, and I'm thinking, yeah, they teased us a couple of times, but in the end, same old Cavs. Donovan Mitchell, we needed him to have a big game. He didn't. James Harden, he had a decent game, but turned the ball over too much. And then from the 3-minute mark on, even though they failed to score right at the end of the regulation, they dominated much of the overtime. And really the Pistons, they stabbed them in the heart in those final 8 minutes, including the overtime. And now I feel confident that they'll win at home because they've been great at home. Now, things could go the opposite way as they did tonight, but with the Cavs winning 3 in a row, it's hard to bet against them right now. We shall see. But for now, we celebrate what turns out to be a great win for the Cavs because the Pistons, this wasn't a Raptor situation where they completely collapsed in the second half and they were just outmanned. And this Pistons team is good. They played their butts off. They played great defense for most of the night. I mean, the Cavs, I don't think they had like 2 field goals in the fourth quarter until the final 3 minutes, 2 or 3, not many. And the turnovers were bad. There was a point in this game where the Cavs were being outscored, I believe it was 20-2 in fast break points, and Donovan Mitchell was having a terrible night from 3, which he did. He had a really bad night from 3 and wasn't scoring much until the fourth quarter. But the Cavs make some clutch plays. The final 3 minutes of overtime the final 3 minutes of regulation and the first couple of minutes to overtime, the Cavs played incredible defense, very similar to how they played in the second half against Detroit in Game 4. And in the end, was it a flawless effort? Certainly not. They had to fight and claw, but you know what? They were an underdog on the road. I keep saying, prove it. Show us. Show me they can win on the road. Show me they can beat a good team. Well, they did it tonight. They did it. Now, am I going to say all the bad things about them? They're soft, all these things, that it all goes away? No, but this could be the first step. Even though I wasn't confident in them earlier today on UCSS and yesterday on the podcast, I did say that tonight could be the first step to turning that reputation around. They've now won 3 in a row. James Harden, yeah, the turnovers again, too many at 6, but he more than made up for that sloppy play, especially at the end of the first half. He had some terrible turnovers. But you look at the stat line, 30 points, that 8 rebounds, including that huge rebound when he misses the second free throw. If the Pistons had gotten the ball, they would have had the ball down 3 with 20 whatever time left, 13 seconds. I can't even remember now how many seconds were left. But more than enough time for the Pistons to potentially tie it with a 3. Harden getting that big rebound. He had 6 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. Just a great performance by James Harden on a night when Donovan Mitchell was not at his best. He was 1 for 8 from 3. Just terrible. In fact, the Cavs' 2 best players, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, were 4 for 18 from 3. The rest of the team, Sam Merrill, Evan Mobley, and Max Strus, unbelievable from 3. They combined to go 8 for 16, 50% from 3, including Max Strus, who led the bench mob with 20. He was the third leading scorer on the team. He was great. He played great harassing defense. He had 8 rebounds. Dean Wade, again, a 0 on offense, but I thought he played some great minutes defensively in the second half. Cade Cunningham, who had a great first half and finishes with fantastic stats, 39, 7 boards, 9 assists, 2 steals. But he missed some shots, and he was frustrated by Dean Wade down the stretch of that game. He needed 1 or 2 buckets, and they would have won. He couldn't do it. Mobley, good game. Really good game. 19 points, 8 boards, 8 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. Sorry, folks. I still can't get over this cough these last couple of days. Cough and cold. I thought it was gone, and now it's like reared its ugly head again. I'm also having, I'm not taking too deep into the weeds as I blow my nose, but I'm also having some stomach issues from my surgery. Not anything serious, but this sometimes happens. So I got a little agita, as I like to call it. But anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to the Cavaliers. Jared Allen with the big putback on a missed Mobley shot down the stretch. That was huge. He had 16 on 6 of 10 shooting. He had 10 rebounds. The Cavs out-rebounded the Pistons 44-40. It felt like they dominated. I was surprised when I only saw it was a four rebound edge, because it felt like in key moments in this game that the Cavs continued to grab every rebound. They had 6 players with at least 4 boards, 5 players with at least 6 boards. So just a good game all around. I mean, the starting lineup played very well. Max Strus, great game off the bench. Merrill gave him some good minutes with 6 points. And basically they're playing 8 guys. Tyson played 3 minutes. He got into that scuffle, and that was it for him for the rest of the day. But, yeah, I mean, I think in the end, the MVP goes to James Harden. Despite some ugly turnovers early in the game, he finishes with 38 and 6 and 3 blocks. 3 blocks. I mean, he's a guard, for crying out loud. He had a big block on, what's his name, on Reed there down the stretch. Reed was going up for a bucket that I believe would have cut it to 2 at the time. Cunningham, I mentioned, at 39, but Tobias Harris did not have a good game. He was 6 of 19 from the field, just 13 points. Jenkins was great. He really was it was Jenkins and Cunningham. They didn't get much from it. Duran has just been terrible in this series. 9 points. Karis LeVert missed a lot of shots down the stretch. He was terrible. So if it wasn't for Jenkins, the Cavs would have probably blown him out, because Jenkins played great. And obviously Cunningham does his thing, but that was it. The Cavs, it was not pretty. A lot of too many turnovers, not great shooting at times, but the Cavs find a way to win it in overtime, 117-113, and now the Cavs will get a chance to close it out at home Friday night. Game will be on Prime, and it's at 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. game on Friday. I'll be on live right after. I'm sorry, folks. I got to blow my nose on air. I mean, where can I hide? Should I move off camera? I don't know. Should I shut off my camera? I'm just going to blow my nose. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. But I'm fighting through because I'm excited. I'm trying not to get too excited because, then it might make me cough or whatever. Cavs are a 3.5-point favorite, as you see here at BetRivers. If you're not using the BetRivers app, you're really missing out. You see all the BetRivers signage at the Pistons arena there. Cavs, as I said, 3.5-point favorite. 210.5 is the over-under in this game, and you got to love the Cavs' chances. Again, 3 straight wins, and as badly as they played in the first 2 games, a lot of the first 2 games, they've played great for the most part for these last 3 games. Yeah, there's been some ups and downs, and the Pistons had their chances. Pistons were up 9 with less than 3 minutes to go, but the Cavs found a way. They were resilient. They showed toughness. They showed fight. They showed energy. All these things we've been screaming they need more of. They have the talent. the other things are in question, and they weren't in question tonight. There's no doubt about it. And so the Cavs are now one win away from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since the LeBron years, the first time without LeBron forever, but the first time since the LeBron years. And it would be Donovan Mitchell's first trip to the conference finals. It would be James Harden's first trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. I can't really take credit for saying Cavs in 6 when the series started, because I did not think it was going to be Cavs in 6 after games 2 and even after game 3, 4, and even, well, after game 4. But now I do. Now I'm back on the Cavs at 6. So great win by the Cavaliers. Keep it going. Take care of business. Do not let this get back to Detroit on Sunday. We do not want that. We want the Cavs to take care of business Friday. And then I don't know when the Eastern Conference Finals would start. Probably, I guess it could start Sunday, maybe Monday, whatever. And let's go play the Knicks. And game 1 will obviously be in New York because the Knicks are the higher seed. A lot of reaction in the chat. Let's see what you folks had to say. I got so many messages, I don't even know where to start here. Kevin Killian, let him know. Jose, let's go, baby. Some emojis from Willie Moe. Everyone stepped up, and somehow we did it. Just wow. KTB takes. Woohoo, let's fucking go. Keep up the good work. Bull live, let's go. Max Strus is the most underrated player in the series. I didn't think Max had been playing great before tonight, but tonight he played great. Let's see. Okay. Bozy says, Bull, I was with you until 24 seconds left in the game. I had no faith. Now I'm afraid to get excited for game 6. Yeah. I mean, now that I finally am buying in, they can't let us down now. If they take care of business Friday night, game 6, that would be really impressive. You're playing the top seed. We can argue all you want how good they are, but they were the top seed. They were up 2-0. They had come back in their first round series. They had all the momentum. If the Cavs can win 4 straight and win this series, that's damn impressive. And at that point, I like their chance. If the Cavs win this series, which I think they will, I like their chances against the Knicks. I really do. I think the Knicks have a better roster than the Pistons top to bottom. But I like the Cavs' chances. But just getting to the East Conference Finals would be quite the accomplishment after how bad they looked at times against Toronto and how awful they looked in the first 2 games for a lot of the time against Detroit. But they've played so much better, 3 straight games, and finally ending this long drought. This was their first road playoff win since, game 3 at Indiana? Or game 4? I can't remember now. But they had been obviously 0-5 on the road this year, but they've turned it around. Logan Smith says, Kenny Atkinson, best coach in the NBA. I was calling him Kenneth. We were killing him. We were all killing him. He's not the best coach in the NBA, but certainly not killing him now. I give him credit. He's done a good job these last few games. He's made some good decisions. He's shortened the rotation. He's had Donovan Mitchell in there more in key moments, especially in the second half. So, I love it. I give everybody gets credit. I'm not ripping nobody. Everybody on the Cavs gets credit. None of their key guys play. It wasn't like, again, Donovan Mitchell didn't have a great game, but it wasn't like anybody was a zero. Even Dean Wade, again, 0 points as usual, but he gets his few rebounds and he plays really good defense. Everybody else, all the other big 4 guys, they did great. 21, 30, 19, and 16. Strus, great. Merrill did his job in his minutes, and Schroeder played well, I thought, too. 5 points, 5 assists for Schroeder in 17 minutes. So I like that the Stars played more minutes, 42 for Donovan, 43 for Mobley and Harden. I thought Mobley and Allen showed some great toughness on both ends of the floor. James Harden showing some mental toughness, bouncing back for that missed free throw to grab the rebound, bouncing back from some sloppy passes that led to turnovers to make big plays down the stretch. Donovan, who struggled for most of the game, he was great down the stretch. So kudos to the Cavaliers. Everybody in the organization should be thrilled tonight. Now, let's go, boys. Finish it off in Game 6. Nobody wants to work on Sunday. You guys don't. I don't. Let's wrap it up with a Friday night celebration here. And let's go play the Knicks. All right. I can barely talk at this point, folks, and I got to do UCSS tomorrow and a podcast tomorrow morning. We still got a lot to do. So I'm going to wrap it up early tonight. I love you all. Thank you for joining me live. Record number of people in here tonight for this is the most, I think, the live high in a post game. So I appreciate it. For those of you in here, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I also did an interview with Greg Cosell yesterday. We just put out the podcast today. It's already got over 4,000 views, so check that out as well. Thanks to Ernie. Thanks to Levi. Dustin will be back with me live just about 9 hours from right now. We'll be back live. Hopefully the throat's feeling better. But I love you, and I'm happy, and you're happy, and we're all excited, and let's go. Let's keep playing basketball. I want to keep doing this for a while here. Let's face it. I mean, there's not much to talk about with the Browns besides the schedule coming out tomorrow. So let's keep talking Cavs. This is fun. Winning basketball games, winning playoff games. This was a great game. This was a fun game to watch. All right, everybody. Everybody be well, sleep well. See you in 8 hours with Dustin. Where else but right here in the bullpen with Adam the Bull, brought to you by Bet Rivers. See you, everybody. Good night. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.